Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today in this video, we are going to start with chapter 2. Alright, chapter 2 is personal financial statement. Alright, the personal financial statement is the personal finance record keeping. So what are the record keeping? So in this chapter, we are going to learn how to prepare the balance sheet, cash flow, the budget, and also we are going to do the ratio analysis. Okay, so let's have a look at the balance sheet first. Okay, what is the balance sheet? Okay, it is a statement to measure an individual's wealth. Okay, and it is consists of the following component. Alright, so the component in the balance sheet, assets is equal to liabilities plus net worth. Okay, so if you cannot recall, how does the balance sheets look like? Okay, so this is the account of the balance sheet, alright? So this is the example for Mr. Rizal, and then the balance sheet is as at 31st December 2019. Alright, so on the left-hand side, we record the assets, and then on the right-hand side, we record the liabilities and the net worth. Alright, so normally the balance sheet is prepared as at 31st December at the end of the year. Alright, so I make it as 31st December 2019 because 2020 is not yet completed. Alright, so we can do the balance sheet for the last year. Alright, so in the balance sheet, okay, the personal balance sheet is quite similar with the business's balance sheet. Okay, the basic is the same. On the left, we have asset. On the right, we have liabilities. But the difference between asset and liabilities here is the net worth. Alright, kalau dulu in the firm balance sheet, you do the retained earning here, right? Okay, to make the balance sheet balance, betul? Alright, but for the individual balance sheet, okay, we recorded it as a net worth. Alright. Okay, next, assets. Alright, so what are the assets? Assets are items that we own, okay, and have market value. So asset must have market value, okay, such as a house, and then your handphone, alright, and then your car, and etc. Okay, must have the market value. And the value that we recorded in the balance sheet is the current market value. It's not the purchase value. So such as the house, okay, if you own the house, for let's say me lah, I have a house, okay, which I purchased 7 years back. Okay, during that time, the house was priced at 280,000. Okay, but nowadays, if I want to sell the house, okay, the current market price of the house is already 350,000. Okay, so the value that I must record in the balance sheet under the lifestyle asset is 350,000. Okay, not the purchase value. Okay. Okay, next. Alright, the types of assets. So, kalau dulu in the business or the company's balance sheet, you record the current assets and then the fixed asset, betul? Okay, but for the personal or individual balance sheet, okay, we classify or we categorize the asset into 3 types. Okay, which is the first one is the liquid assets. Alright, number 2, lifestyle assets, and the last one is the investment assets. Alright, so let's have a look at one by one. Okay, what is the liquid asset? So as the name implies, liquid asset. So asset that is very easy to turn into cash ataupun it is a cash. Okay, so liquid asset is a cash duit yang you ada. Okay, and then savings account. So is for example, you have a wadiah savings, okay, in Maybank. Alright, so that is the liquid asset. And also the current account, also one of the liquid assets. Okay, next the lifestyle assets. Okay, gaya hidup ni. Okay, such as a house and then motor vehicle. Alright, so here you can be more specific lah. So kalau kata house, semi-D house, let's say, ataupun the bungalow ataupun apartment. Alright, and then motor vehicle, okay, what types of car that you own. Contohlah Toyota, pula ada Honda Jazz, and then you put Honda Jazz here. And then such as the laptop, iPhone, and etc. Banyak lah lifestyle asset you can put a list. Okay. And then investment assets for the individual, okay, such as you have a tabung haji account, okay, it's kind of investment assets. And then unit trust such as what? Public mutual or ASB, Amanah Saham Bumi Putra, okay, so it is one of the investment assets. And then if let's say you have a house and then you rented the house, okay, so the rented house too, it could be your investment assets. Okay, here shares. Okay, shares. Kalau dulu in the company's balance sheet, okay, it is financed by, okay, shares kan. Alright, but now if you own the shares, so if let's say you have Astro shares ataupun Petronas shares, okay, so it should be recorded under investment assets, okay, which is on the left hand side, not on the right hand side. Sebab apa? Sebab that is your assets, okay, that's why you record it on the left hand side. Okay, next the liabilities. Okay, just now the asset, something that you own and has the market value. Okay, so now the liabilities, okay, also known as debt or leverage. So kita kata is a hutang lah. Alright. Okay, so the liabilities just now you recorded on the right hand side. Okay, so ini I simplify lah. The two types of liabilities. Ada yang panggil current liabilities, non-current liabilities. But for me, I lagi suka panggil short-term liabilities and long-term liabilities. Okay, which is a short-term liabilities. Okay, it has the maturity date is within a year. Alright, while the long-term liabilities, the maturity date is more than 1 year. Okay, so the example of the short-term liabilities are the credit card balance outstanding, and then the accrued bills, the bill-bill yang tertunggak tak bayar. So that is the short-term liabilities that must be settled within a year. Okay, ataupun less than 1 year. Okay, while for the long-term liabilities, okay, that has a maturity more than a year. So, such as a housing loan. Okay, the maturity is normally long tenure of the loan. So, such as 30 years, kan? The car loan, the maximum is 9 years. Personal loan, maximum 10 years. Okay, so that's why it is called as the long-term liabilities. Alright. So, net, okay, is the net worth. Okay, net worth ni is a difference between asset and liabilities. Okay, and then you are going to total up all of your assets, and then you minus all the total liabilities, and then you will get your net worth. Okay, so what is the net worth? So it is an indicator. So if your assets are bigger than liabilities, banyak lagi aset daripada hutang, so you are going to have a positive net worth. Okay, which is a positive contribution to savings. Okay, and then if liabilities are bigger than net worth, okay, so you're going to have a negative net worth. Okay, silap ni, if liabilities are bigger than assets. Alamak. Alright, so negative contribution to savings or de-savings. So tolong betulkan yang tu sikit ya. Alright, okay. So in the next video, I will show you, okay, how do we record the balance sheet and the cash flow. Alright, so see you in the next video. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.